Okay, here we go. Simple halftone effect for your portraits. Step number one, we're going to make 3 layers. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to name them shadow, mids, and light. Next, we're going to go to the background layer, and we're going to go select color range, and we're going to sample the shadows right there. Now we're going to move to the layer that's called shadow, and we're going to go edit, fill, and we're going to fill it with black. Deselect that layer to get rid of the marching ants. We're going to start over again. We're going to go to the background, we're going to go select color range. This time we're going to select the midtones. And we're going to go to the midtone layer there, and we're going to go edit, fill, and we're going to fill this time with 50% gray. Again, select, deselect to get rid of the marching ants, and finally we're going to go back to our background layer, select color range, and this time we're going to select the highlights. And we're going to go up to our light layer, and we're going to go edit, fill, and this time we're going to fill with white. And we may or may not use this later. And again, deselect it to get rid of the marching ants. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to make a layer under the mid layer, and we're going to make that layer right down here, add a new layer, and we're going to fill that layer with white. So edit, fill, and we're going to fill it with white. And we could call it white layer if you need to. Alright, now what we need to do is we need to merge the mid layer and the white layer together. So I'm going to go up to the mid layer, and I'm going to go merge down. Now what that gives us is one single layer with the white and the gray on it. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to filter, artistic, and we're going to go to palette knife right there. Filter, artistic, palette knife. And what this is going to do is this is going to kind of simplify that layer. So if we look over here, you can see that it's kind of smooth some things out. My brush stroke size right now is at 25. That's okay. You could try 30 even. That just simplifies it more. When we're done, we hit OK. And you can see we've kind of simplified that layer. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go filter, pixelate, and we're going to select color halftone. Now we want to set this one up max radius of 10, and channel 1 we're going to go 0, 0, 0, and 0. Click OK. And that gives us a halftone effect. If I zoom in, that effect is more clear. I could make these dots a little larger or smaller. So if I go back, undo what I've just done, I could go filter, pixelate, color halftone, and instead of 10, maybe I'll go to 15. And I didn't change anything else. I left all the other values 0. So now the dots are a little bit bigger. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go select color range, and I'm going to select the whites right here. So what I've done is I've selected all the white on that layer. Click OK. You'll see the marching ants kind of scrolling around the whole thing. Now if we delete those by pressing the delete button on our keyboard, what just happened is I got rid of all the white. Now I'm going to deselect again. And you can see what I have right now is just the black dots in the background. If I add my shadow layer to that, actually before that, let's change the color of these. So I can go select color range, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just select the black right there. So why am I doing this? I want to change my colors to, I don't know, maybe a blue. So my dots are a blue. So I change my foreground color to blue. I go edit, fill, and I'm going to use the foreground color right here, and that will make all those dots blue. There they are. If I hit Control D or deselect, you'll see that. Now what I want to do is I want to bring my shadows up, and there's my portrait. And if I bring a white layer underneath it and fill this with white, edit, fill. it becomes very clear. I'll zoom out a little bit so you can get a better impression. Now the nice thing about this, and I didn't even use the highlight layer, that's a layer unto itself, but everything here is editable. You can change it. There's my shadow layer, there's my mid-tone layer, there's the combination. There you have it.